Well, good morning from the Carnival Radiance. We are heading back into Long Beach this morning, but I wanted to kind of walk you around the ship a little bit and kind of show you where some things are.
Hi, my name is James, and I'd like to welcome you to my layoff journey.
It's pretty easy to get around on this ship. Unless you are on decks 1, 2, 6, 7, or 8, there's really nothing there that you'll need to go to unless you're going to the art gallery, which is on 2 forward. So of course you'll know where we are now. We're on deck 5, and this is the casino. There are 2 sides to this casino. This is the smoking side, and over there is a non-smoking side. There's a good variety of machines if you are a gambler. I've seen a lot of jackpots. We're won here. Over here, right off of the casino, you basically have, it's a veterans bar. Of course, it's open to everyone, but a pretty good little place to come. Doesn't seem to get overly crowded unless there's a sporting event on.
It's also the fact that it not only had taxing opponents, but on your atrium runners still to come, but also.
But you'll see that this is right off of the main area here. So we'll kind of start up here on 5. And this is Liquid Lounge. This is the main theater, and it covers floors 5 and 4. It's a little bit different because a lot of ships do have a theater that covers 3 floors, which is generally 3, 4, and 5. We'll work our way back. You've got duty-free store over here. You've got your alcohol, cigarettes, perfumes, some t-shirts and things from the ship. And here is the bar that we just came out of. It's called the Heroes Tribute Bar. So these are just window advertisements here. See the entrance to the Radiance Casino. And then there's the cherry on top, which is candy store. You can get roses, candy, any of that sort of thing that you'd like to. So they've got some champagne there in the refrigerator, bins of different candies that you want. They've also got prepackaged candy in different ways. And it is the Carnival Adventure store right next door. So this is not the Carnival Adventure's desk. This is the store. So you can come and you can get cups, some t-shirts, and they've got fanny packs, water shoes, that sort of thing if you forgot them. Right around the corner here on the 5th floor is the arcade. Quite a few games for your kids or yourself if that's what you want to play. Then coming out of there, you've got a store that sells watches. They got lots of different kinds of watches. It's called the Maritime Pre-Owned Luxury Timepieces. Next door to that is the Effie store. And this is where you will go to get your little bangles for your bracelets. There's a sign kind of describing that. Buy the little set. So each charm now costs $5. They used to have free charms each day, but I think they've gotten away from that. And this is the Hip Fish fashion and accessories. They've got some jewelry, some other types of t-shirts, name brand shirts. You'll see Billabong and some others in that store. And this brings us to the other side of the ship. Back to the Liquid Lounge. So Liquid Lounge, they've got some of the comedy shows are there, the variety shows are there. You can kind of get an overall view of Deck 5 here. This is your main lobby here. Done a really nice job on the ship. And there, way down below, is the art gallery that I mentioned was one of the things on 2. If your stateroom is not on 2, then there is no reason for you to have to go there. But again, this is the main lobby. You can kind of see way up there at the top that goes up to 10. And there's the glass elevators there. They go down to 2. So we'll work our way down to Deck 4. And here you can kind of go down either side of the stairwell. And on Deck 4, another view of the main lobby. And on Deck 4, this is where all of your pictures will be displayed for you to come and take a look at. We've got some easy ways to find them now. You can put in your folio and your date of birth, and it'll tell you where your photos are. And as on 5, you've got the Liquid Lounge entrance. Stairwells if you'd like. And you can take straight ahead there are the glass elevators, and this is a bank of 6 elevators. And as on 5, this is the other side of the Liquid Lounge. And then this is more where photographs would be hung for you to purchase. And here is one of my favorite places. It is the coffee bar. It's the Java Blue Cafe. So you can get all your coffee, cappuccinos, frappuccinos, milkshakes, that sort of thing here. You can see up on the board. They've also got free use of some books and games here, which is pretty nice. You don't have to bring a game that you want to play. If they have it on board, you can bring your own. And this is going to be an entrance to the Sunrise Restaurant and the Fahrenheit Steakhouse. And this is going to be Sunrise Restaurant, not to be confused with the Sunset Restaurant. So if your ship card tells you that you are in the Sunrise, then you'll need to come. It'll say forward on it. Here's the entrance over here to the steakhouse. It's closed right now, so we can't see in. This is the upper piece of the Sunrise Restaurant. This is on 4. So the entrance that I have used for my assignment was on 3 forward. So we'll take a quick walk down there. So Sunrise Restaurant. And that's going to cover decks 3 and 4. Here's your lobby again. Central view from deck 4. So we will walk down to deck 3. So deck 3, this is where you're going to board the ship. And everybody will be coming in here again this afternoon. Then we will be getting off right here. And we've got guest services. And going forward on 3, it is only staterooms. So we'll cross over. And like on the other decks, 4 and 5, the glass elevators for the main lobby are right there. And then there's another bank of 6. Come across to the other side, and you have staterooms for 3 forward. So here is the Carnival Adventures desk. And this again is on deck 3. And this is where you come. You can buy some excursions here. You can make changes. As you can see on the sign here, there is airport transfers available, which I'll be using this morning. And on deck 2, as I mentioned, you won't need to go to deck 2 unless your stateroom is on 2, or you want to go down to this art gallery. Here is the Dream Studio. So if you'd like to get some custom photos or have a photo shoot of your own, you can go here. You can purchase that through Carnival, and they will take some great pictures of you. And here is the Sunrise Restaurant on 3. This was my assigned restaurant. So you would just come down here. The menu will be posted here. Check in at your desk and they will seat you. So when traveling by myself, I usually request a table because I'll film dinners and that sort of thing. So very often they will assign you a table with others. It's a shared table. So let's get on the elevator here. We're going to head up to 11. This again, the art gallery down at the bottom. You can see they display a lot of the art here on the walls that they have an auction for. So we are on deck 11 now, and this is deck 11 forward. And then here is where you can get to the spa. Here's the Cloud9 Spa Fitness Salon and Thermal Suite. So you can get your haircuts and everything done right here, 11 forward. And we can walk out from up here and go out on the deck. And this puts you up here, 11 forward. And this is a tiered seating area here, which is really nice. I think you can get a lot of people in decent seating for the dive-in movies that they have each evening. Just so happens we've got a half moon tonight. Looks great. So we will walk on up to 12 forward. It's the Serenity Adult Only Retreat. Take us a little walk. So you can come back here. We've got nice places here. You can lay down, rest and relax. We've got a whirlpool. And it is a rather large whirlpool. Looks like it's been cleaned and being filled. There is a bar that's up here as well. So this is kind of that nice, quiet place that you can go to. Adults over 18. Have a seat. You can get some sun. And you've got some lounging areas like this here. And there's a Serenity Adult Only Retreat up one deck as well. So you can see that you've got some nice seating, and we are far forward on 11. We look way out in the distance. Might be able to see a few lights. And that's going to be our home port of Long Beach. So this is a Serenity deck area here. And this is on 12 forward. Some more kind of secluded areas where you can come and lay out. This is also the area where the kids will come up to get on the water slides. There's 2 water slides here. This is also probably a great place to watch the movie. That's shown right here on deck 9. Well, most people watch it from deck 9, but there's seating on 10 all the way up here that you can watch this movie. You can hear it just fine. Looking over this edge, we can see way down below, that's the lobby. This is the window that we could see from the lobby area straight up. So that's the deck in the morning at about 4:30 a.m. Nice, quiet, good time to have you some coffee. There's one of the pools right there in the middle. That's the main pool. So we'll walk around this other side. It's going to be the other half of this upper Serenity deck. Oh, well, let me show you as well. So there are showers. There's showers here that are available if you're going to use or have used the whirlpool. Feel free to shower and keep yourself clean. A lot of really nice areas up here for you to come and just sit and get away from sometimes what is the madness. It's a very, 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 very nice place to come and just do some relaxing. All right, so let's drop down a deck. And this is Camp Ocean. So this is an area designated for kids. I'd have to double check, and you might double check the ages. I want to say that's kind of a preteen area, but you can double check that. Again, that's Camp Ocean. So if you're a parent and you're bringing your kids with you, it might be something that they're interested in. Here are their water slide names, the Twister and the Aqua Tunnel. This is a pretty easy place to kind of get anywhere on these mid decks up here, on these upper decks, I should say. So there's our water slides that we just were at, the entrances to at the top. Right up here. And there's the atrium right here. So we're kind of right now, not really on deck, I wouldn't say it's deck 11, but it's also not 10 because of this tiered design. I think you'll be able to see that better when I show from the other side. This is the main area on the Lido deck. And up there, up top, and that is forward, is the Serenity deck. So you can come down here, some stairways. Come down one more flight here, and now we are officially on deck 10. So on deck 10, we will come back around here. I'll show you. Now we're on deck 10. I had one more set of 3 steps that I needed to go down to. That puts us on 10. And then we can look down in the atrium. So on 10, it's a panorama deck, staterooms. And this is 10 forward, and you'll be able to see here in that highlighted area, it's just staterooms. So these are the same elevators, the bank of 6 and the glass elevators. They go all the way down to the lobby. So we will walk out here onto 10. This is where we had walked up just a few minutes ago to get all the way up there to the Serenity deck. So if we walk aft on 10, we'll pass up here. There's your main pool, as we've seen from above. Here's a couple of whirlpools down here. Now, I heard some people say, oh, I thought they were hot tubs, but they don't appear to be very warm. So, might check the temperature before you get in to avoid any surprises. This is the screen here that they'll show the movies in the evening times. You can check your account to see what movies are going to be played. Again, this is deck 10. This is the smoking area on deck 10. So we'll continue on back here on 10. Again, this is your designated smoking area. If you're a smoker, it's going to be on 10. There's also a smoking area on 3. And one last one, which is the casino. They would like for you to be playing if you're in the casino and smoking. So we are still on deck 10 in the aft of the ship. So we're in the rear. But we're going to head up to 11 before we go through 10. Because 11 rear has all of these things. There's foosball tables. There's the chess pieces for the deck chess. Basketball court. And over here, you have this ropes course. So it's going to be open to almost anyone. Minimum height 48 inches, maximum weight 300 pounds. So if it's something that you'd like to do, feel free, come on up. So to go, you'll be tethered along those rails there. And you can just take these steps, and there's a rope ladder over there. Really neat little thing to do. It's also a pool table up here. This is 11 aft. So there's not a lot of seating areas up here. This is the sports floor. There's a few chairs here, a couple of tables. And there's your chessboard for your pieces that are over in the basketball court. You can see they've got a jogging track here, which I'm going the wrong way as designated by the arrows. So this is 11 aft. If you have mobility issues, there is an elevator right here for you to use. So that's deck 11. So we're going to go up to 12, which is where we will find the mini golf. All the lights are out right now. I apologize, but you've got a miniature golf course here. So we're 12 aft right now. There's the water slides and the Serenity area in the forward part of the ship. So let's head down and I'll show you some of the decks 9 and the other part of 10. This brings us back to the jogging course on 11. We'll drop down to 10. So, to reorient you, if we were to make a right, that goes back to the smoking area. This would be considered 10 mid. And that is the deck 9. That's where, well, all the action takes place pretty much. But I'll show you the rest of 10. So coming back on 10, we're going aft. We're going to the rear of the ship. This is a restaurant where you'll access from 9. This is the Cucina del Capitano. Really nice restaurant, great food and reasonable prices. It's about $25 per person, but you get a really, really good meal. So now we are all the way back here again, and there is the ropes course that we can see from 11 and from 12 up there. So we're entering the 10 aft area here. And a lot of evenings on this particular cruise, and I don't know if it would be the same for others, this would be a meeting point for the Stargazers group. So we had a naturalist on board that would meet here, and he would go through on clear nights and kind of point out different stars and constellations. This is deck 10, and this is also where Guy's Pig and Anchor Barbecue is. So 10 aft is Guy's Pig and Anchor. And here's what they offer. All right, so that concludes deck 10 because we've made the round, and that goes right back over here to the smoking area. There's a lot of seating back here on 10. Get a little less wind, I think, than you do on some of the other parts of the ship. This cruise in particular has been somewhat windy. And if this comes through on the video, that is the rear. And there's the moon. So on both sides of the ship, they have these stairways. And we're going to drop down to 9. So coming on 9, so this would be 9 aft. You've got the big chicken, Shaq's Big Chicken. You've also got an area here, ice and water, the juices. And if you haven't been and you're curious of what they do offer, water, apple juice, orange passion fruit guava cocktail, and orange cocktail. And if you'd run into a water and ice machine like this one, just know that these are automatic. You do not have to push a button. Just put your glass in front of it and it will go. You've also got coffee, and this is one of the ice cream stations. So here in 9 aft, you've got the big chicken. We've got chicken tenders, chicken sandwiches. Here is the menu here. This might help. Here's a better view of the menu. It's the sandwiches, chicken strips, and breakfast 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. So you can get an omelet, biscuits and eggs, that sort of thing. And over here, when the big chicken is open, in this area where there's currently cereal for breakfast, they'll have potato salad and some other things that you can dress up your meal. So on 9, we've also got here in the rear, there's another pool. This is a pretty popular area. And right above us is where Guy's Pig and Anchor would be on 10. So just to kind of familiarize yourself where some of these restaurants are. All right, Pizza Pirate. That is over here. This is also on 9. Pizzas that you can get that are included: margarita, fungi, just mushroom, pepperoni, 4 cheese, and prosciutto. So on this particular cruise, this hasn't been extraordinarily busy whenever I've been back on this side, but sometimes pizzas aren't ready, so you can just take some couple of minutes. So from this viewpoint, on 9, you've got the Tides Bar. There's a swimming pool and a whirlpool. Guy's Big Chicken on the far side. And then you've got Pizza Pirate right here. Actually, I'm sorry, on this ship, it's called Pizzeria del Capitano. Every other ship, it's called Pizza Pirate, so we're going to stick with Pizza Pirate. So we'll walk through. A lot of these doors on this deck are automatic, so you don't really have to press any buttons, but there are other floors to where some of them you've got to press the button. So a few people starting to gather here. And this is the main buffet area on 9. It's one of your accessible elevators. And here is the stairwell where you can get to Cucina del Capitano. So that's the Italian restaurant. thankfully, I know there's a glare, but at lunch it's complimentary, 12 to 2:30, and it's basically just a pasta bar. And then you've got the menu down here. And that's your dinner. It's $24 for adults, $11 for children, 11 and under. So not bad prices for the food that you get. But this right here is the main buffet area. We'll be bringing out breakfast before too awful long. And this generally over here, Danishes and that sort of thing for breakfast. And on each side of this bar, used for different things, for dinner time, lunchtime, this will be salad. And in the morning time, it's going to have yogurt and some fruit. So it's the same on both sides. So if you don't see what you want on one side, go to the other. If something is out, run out of salad on one side, go to the other side, and you will probably have some. So there's several omelet stations, just to show you. So this is the same that we just said on the other side, which is going to be yogurt and fruit this morning. Then we've got one of the stations. This is an omelet station. That's right here. You'll find these in several places this morning. There's cereal. We've got the same juices, apple, orange juice cocktail, hot chocolate, coffee. Decent amount of seating, but I have had difficulty finding seating at the height of lunch and dinner. So this is going to be the breakfast place. So that's the entirety of the buffet area, is that piece that we just walked through. That is the whole buffet area. Kitchen. And this, if I'm not mistaken, will be another omelet station this morning. What this generally is, this is the seafood shack. And you can get your shrimp and clams and crab cakes and that sort of thing. And this is there is a fee. It is additional. This is not included. So we'll head out onto the main area of the Lido deck. Here again, there's some more ice cream machines, places to wash your hands. So here is water, juice, and coffee, like we've seen back in the rear. Now where we're going to go now is on 9. And this is your main 9 gathering area. This is also where you've got Guy's Burgers. So it seems to be pretty much in the same location on most of the ships. On 9 mid, there's different ways you can get your burger. And once you get your burger and fries there, you can come right here. There is the toppings bar. So there'll be generally chili, cheese, pickles, peppers, that sort of thing in here, and of course all the sauces that are in that cover. So still on 9 mid. Another hand washing station. Please make use of them. Good morning. So over here we've got the Blue Iguana Cantina. And this, you'll be able to get breakfast tacos, breakfast burritos. They also have lunch. And you can see their tacos are chicken, fish, and pork for 4 burritos. Choose your tortilla, choose chicken, beef, or shrimp, and then all of your additional items. And again, this is on 9 mid. So this is going back into the buffet area, but we've already gone through here. I want to show you that they do have another omelet station. So there are at least 3 omelet stations in the mornings. So this one is for the deli. The deli, you can get all of these different sandwiches. I think my favorite's the buffalo chicken, but the veggie burger is pretty good too. So we will walk back out here onto 9 mid. And for this blue iguana, once you get your burrito or tacos, you can come here. They'll have a lot of different hot sauces, watermelon, that sort of thing for your dessert. So there's the salsa bar menu there. So just so you can kind of see where we're at on that far side over there. That is where Guy's Burgers is. On this side over here is Blue Iguana. And this is where the main pool is on 9 mid. On that side is the Red Frog Rum Bar. You know, a lot of different drinks over there. It gets pretty crowded over there, but you can find a way in to get you a drink. And then over here, you have the Blue Iguana Tequila Bar. So if you want to come here, get shots, get drinks, things made with lots of different tequilas that they have, that is right here in 9 mid. You got life jackets for the kids. There's another whirlpool here on both sides. So if you're out here in the evening time or you want to watch the movie or just relax, you can grab you a drink from the rum bar or the tequila bar. Come right here, watch you a movie, grab you some food. There's there's Guys over there. There's Blue Iguana over there. And you're set. So this is a place, this is why this is frequented by so many, because it kind of has everything that a lot of people want to do on their cruise. Relax, have a few drinks, and just spend their time with their family. So on 9, we'll come back in, and we're going forward on the ship. Here's some of the art that they've got hung up. If you're interested in any of it, they usually have an auction. And they've got it hung kind of all over. So we're in the atrium area. That goes all the way down to 3. And that's where your 4 glass elevators are. And then this is the atrium top that we looked in just a few minutes ago from deck 12 that you can see outside. More of that art for sale. Other than what I've showed you there, the buffet area, the mid area, there is not anything else on 9 up here in the front other than staterooms. But that is the Carnival Radiance. We have gone from the highest deck down to 3, which is guest services, and we've got the lobby bar there. It's just, so all in all, I think that the ship is actually really easy to get around, because if your stateroom, my stateroom is in the rear, it's on the first floor. I booked last minute, so that's what I was able to get, which is not a bad room at all. It is an accessible room. So my room did not have a sofa or a table. So if that's something that you want, then that probably would not be the room for you. I've had an accessible room in the past, but that is because I booked last minute and just kind of taken what was available. So it's not a bad room at all. My cabin, in fact, was 1414. I'll no longer be there, so don't come see me. But in 1414, and it was a great stateroom. My steward was awesome. Yeah, she was the best. It was always, "Hello, Mr. James, how are you today?" So she was awesome. All of the staff here have been great. Just everyone that I've spoken to on board, from the wait staff in the main dining room, just everywhere. This Radiance probably has one of the best crew I think that I've experienced in a little while. It was good to see. Chris Ann, if you ever see this, hello. It was great to see her. I've had her on the Dream. She works as a barista in the coffee bar. She's awesome. She's the best. So if you are watching this, Chris Ann, thank you for everything that you do, and hope to see you on another ship. So this is the second ship I've seen her on, but on the Dream, I think I had her maybe 3 times. On the Dream, my wife and I had seen her several times, and was just always a really nice person. But at any rate, super nice crew on the Radiance. Nice ship. I think that it's updated really well. The rooms in some of the other ships, I know recently I was on the Breeze, the Dream. In your rooms, some of the lighting, if you're familiar, it's kind of that gold tone and fluorescent behind it. Well, all of that's gone, and now there's just some recessed lighting that, at least in my cabin, that looks really nice. You can look up some cabins online on the Radiance, and you can kind of get a feel for that. I'll try to get a few pictures at the end of this video from my stateroom. I've got some video from that as well. And but that is the ship. That is the Carnival Radiance, and it was great to be aboard here for 14 days. A little sad to see it coming to an end. It was my first time in Hawaii and Ensenada. All were awesome. It was really nice to feel it out. I think next time I would do some things a little bit differently, but great ship, great crew, great cruise, and I will in fact be on this one again in November. So this time it'll be with my wife, and I can't wait to experience with her. She's going to have a great time, and yeah, just can't wait for that. So I'm going to end this video. I hope you've enjoyed this, not a formal tour, basically a walk around, but it kind of shows you where everything is. If you have any questions of where anything is, or if I did miss something, just reach out here, just send me a comment. I'll reply to you as soon as possible. I would appreciate it if you can like and subscribe this video, and I will see you in the next port, which in fact is going to be next month. I've got Alaska in just a few weeks. So I will see you on that, and take care of yourself, and I will see y'all then.